Hey, it's Andrea, and with Batman Day approaching as well as a new DC Fandome, I figured this would be a great time to talk about my favorite Batman. Nope, not Keaton. Nope, not Bale. Nope, not Affleck. Obviously Clooney. Nope, I'm talking about that smooth Kevin Conroy voice in one of the best DC cartoons, one of the best 90s cartoons, one of the best cartoons of all time, Batman the Animated Series. I am vengeance. I am the night. I am doing another partnership with HBO Max. As you know, I love superheroes no matter what comic book company they come from, but when I need DC specifically, I know that HBO Max is the only place to go to get that sweet DC action. We're talking Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Shazam, Catwoman. Hey, never forget Catwoman. I know I won't. And personally, I love that HBO Max has DC animated cartoon throwbacks like Superman the Animated Series, Static Shock, Young Justice, Teen Titans, Super Friends is up on there, Meanwhile in the Legion of Doom, and of course, Batman the Animated Series. Coming off the heels of Batman's 1989 movie success, Batman the Animated Series premiered in September of 1992, airing on the Fox Kids network until 1997 before moving over to the newly formed Kids WB, where it got new Batman adventures, shared a time slot, and even some screen time with Superman, and kick-started the whole DC animated universe. It all starts here. I actually remember the first time I watched Batman the Animated Series. It wasn't on weekday afternoons or Saturday mornings. They actually had a primetime episode that aired, and I watched Batman go up against Man-Bat, and I was like, this is my new show, I'm hooked. As you probably already know, Batman the Animated Series was highly praised for its Art Deco style, quality animation, deep character themes and storylines. It's just so good. It's just such a good show. If you haven't seen it, what are you doing? Watch it. Seriously, the cartoon is quality. And yes, Batman the Animated Series is responsible for giving us one of the most popular DC characters of all time, Harley Quinn. Batman the Animated Series was also praised for giving updated and dramatic storylines to classic DC villains like Two-Face, Clayface, the Riddler, Mad Hatter, even the Clock King. One of the main characters that got a huge upgrade in Batman the Animated Series was Mr. Freeze. Heart of Ice, the initial Mr. Freeze episode on Batman the Animated Series, was so good it won a Daytime Emmy Award for outstanding writing in an animated program, and then after that, basically became Mr. Freeze's canon. It was a perfect balance of a series that both kids and adults could enjoy, both back in the 90s and even today. I decided to recently revisit another part of Batman's animated history. I am talking about the Batman animated movie, Batman Mask of the Phantasm. For a short time in December of 1993, Batman Mask of the Phantasm had a little short run in theaters. Yeah, what's wild about Batman Mask of the Phantasm was it was initially going to be a direct-to-video release, but then Warner Brothers was seeing what they was doing with this movie and was like, oh, nah, man, that needs to be in theaters. And the crew was like, yay! Oh, wait, we made this for home video and now it's gonna be in theaters. We gotta clean this up. So just in a few short months, they had to update the movie's film quality as well as change its format to be on the big screen. But the hard work paid off because the movie looks fantastic, it sounds fantastic, it is fantastic. This movie is great. Yeah, man, I really love this movie. I just feel bad that I didn't watch it a lot growing up because I didn't own the movie. I rented the movie. So I watched it a couple times from VHS rentals. So I ended up watching the animated series more because you watch the reruns on television. I didn't watch the movie as much. It's been a long time since I've seen the movie. So now that it was on HBO Max, I was like, well, let's watch it again. And I'm glad I did because god dang, this movie is good. Like I remember it being good, but now watching it again, I'm like, god dang, this movie is good. This is legit one of the best Batman movies, period. Live action, animated, direct to video, in theaters, top tier Batman right here. Dang, this movie is good. I mean, right from the beginning, after Bugs Bunny shows up with that logo, dun, 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 you get that score coming in, and then you get a freaking choir chant to the theme song. While a computer-generated Gotham City is on the screen with the titles going over it. I'm like, what is going on? I'm ready. This is the movie version right now. And right off the bat, you get some mobsters trying to do some counterfeit money scheme, and then Batman walks right up in there and is like, nope. My favorite part of this sequence is that Batman uses a table to block some bullets, then throws the table on a guy, and then before he walks out, he steps on the table that the guy is under. That's cold, Batman. but I like his style. We also get a little sexy Bruce in this. Bruce Wayne got it going on. I mean, he is a rich, eligible bachelor with them broad animated shoulders and that good looking drawn face, and all those women are like, hey Bruce Wayne, how you doing? Except for this one woman. This one woman walks up to him, throws wine in his face. I'm like, let me tell you about Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne will wine you and dine you. You love him, he loves you, and then all of a sudden he forget your number and don't call. That's Bruce Wayne. And Bruce Wayne like, girl, I got these other girls talking to me. Why you gonna do this to me like this right now, girl? So the movie cuts back and forth between present day Gotham City and the first couple of years of Bruce Wayne becoming Batman or becoming a vigilante crime fighter. And this is all triggered by his memories of a woman he loved back in the day, Andrea Beaumont. Bruce meets Andrea at the best place to pick up a lady, the cemetery. Andrea's dead mother is buried in the same cemetery where Bruce Wayne's parents are buried. So they meet each other there. She kind of plays a little hard to get because she's like, I know who you are, Bruce Wayne. I'm not going to let you get this easy. But Bruce keep trying, and eventually they get together. In each of these flashbacks, we see Bruce torn because he gets closer to Andrea. He even wants to marry her at a certain point. But at the same time, he also pledged this vow on his parents' grave that I am going to fight this crime in this city because it is that crime that led to my parents being dead. But this lady though, did you see this mom and dad, dead mom and dad? Come on. There is one point where Bruce is at the grave of his parents and he is like begging, Mom, Dad, I know I made this vow, but seriously though, I did not expect this to happen. Even at one point in the conversation goes, I didn't count on being happy. That is how conflicted Bruce is. He has spent his entire life on vengeance of what happened with his parents, that he never even suspected that at any point he would have room in his heart to love. And when he meets someone that he loves, he's like, I can't be both. I can't do both. What do I do? It is so complex and it's so fascinating. Give me your punches, give me your kicks, give me your explosions. But it's stuff like this. This is what for me makes superhero stuff mature. This is the real emotional matureness right here. When you see him, Bruce Wayne, suffer and you feel bad for him because you're like, dude, I want you to have this love, but dude, I also want you to be Batman. And he's trying hard, man. He's dating her, taking her to world fairs, meeting her dad, who's having suspicious meetings with guys that look like mobsters, and their driver who has a very long nose and a very big smile that I swear I've seen before. Andrea's dad got this problem, right? And it's like a big problem, like a mobsters are coming to your house type of problem. Dude, your daughter's about to marry Bruce Wayne. I mean, dude's kind of got some money. I think your problem could be solved. You just be like, hey, Bruce, can you like give him a little bucks over here for your old dear old dad-in-law? Like, come on. We even get to see Bruce fighting crime in his early years. He hasn't even created the Batman suit yet. He's just got his face covered trying to fight criminals, and he's always trying to figure out how he can strike more fear into them. And dude, the scene where Batman puts it on for the first time, he puts on that suit and he turns around and looks at Alfred. Alfred's just like, oh God. Which I love that because you can feel that in Alfred of like, I tried so hard to make sure he didn't get to this point. Like I knew he was gonna fight crime, but I didn't want him to go too far. And I was hoping with this new lady, he wasn't gonna do that. But here we are. I'm just gonna be a support system for Bruce. Meanwhile, in the present day segments, Batman is trying to use his detective work to figure out who this mysterious masked figure that is going around killing a bunch of mobsters that we see pop up in the flashbacks. And when I say killing mobsters, I mean legit killing. They were like, we using that PG. You remember that scene from one of the Fast and Furious movies where a car jumped from one building to another and everyone was fine? So Batman Mask of the Phantasm has a similar thing like that where a car goes from one building to another, but not fine. That was it for that person. How is this animated movie giving a realistic outcome to this situation more than a live action one did? Phantasm is taking these mobsters out one by one. One dude lands in a grave, an open grave, and there's a giant angel statue right beside the grave. And I was like, it's been a while since I've seen this movie. Are they gonna do what I think they're gonna do? And the movie was like, sure enough, push. The person doing this is this masked figure, cloaked in smoke, got a cape, covered the face. So of course, everyone just assumes that's also Batman. They bat profile him. So now the cops are trying to bring Batman in. You know Bullock was on the case for that one. He's like, finally, we're getting that Batman. Let's go get him. I like Bullock a lot. There's also this city councilman that's trying to take Batman in, but you can tell he's got some ulterior motives because he used to work for Andrea's father, has a little bit of a thing for Andrea himself, even though he knows she likes Bruce Wayne, and there's something else going on with him. There's some more to his story. And then you also have Andrea back in town, and when she and Bruce reunite, you know, them flames, they started coming back. They like started hanging out with each other. And at one point, I'm just gonna say it, they did it. I know it's a PG cartoon movie, but I'm just saying there's a scene where Bruce and Andrea are kissing. Alfred even walks in and is like, oh, let me leave for a second. Then the next shot is daylight with water crashing on some rocks. You get Bruce Wayne in his bedroom, shirtless, walking outside, looking at Andrea, who's still at his place, and he gives that smirk to her, you know, that little side smirk. I'm like, that ain't no regular smirk. That's a Papa smirk. I know what that smirk is. What that Batman do though? Everyone's assuming Batman's going out and killing all these mobsters. All the mobsters are getting scared because they're like, man, Batman's taking people off. Am I next? There's this one dude who is absolutely scared. He's like the main mobster. His name is Valestra. He's voiced by Abe Vigoda. It's funny because in the flashbacks, he looks all smooth and clean, and he got a smoke in his mouth all the time. And then you cut to him in present day, them smokes must have got to him because he was all like, got an oxygen tank looking all wrinkled, like, the Batman's gonna get me. He's like, that Batman is gonna come after me. I need some protection. And who do you think would be the only guy for someone to get protection for to go up against the Batman? Oh yeah, Joker is in this movie too, and dude, this Joker is no joke. He is your Mark Hamill Joker, but this Joker, someone must have told him he was in a PG movie. This wasn't on TV, and he's like, I'm gonna turn it up a notch. Joker kills somebody. Somebody comes to Joker for assistance, and he's like, don't worry, Batman's not gonna kill you. I mean, I will, but I was like, dang, Joker, he came to you for help. Joker talks smack to people. Joker becomes a detective himself, trying to figure out who this Phantasm is. You know how Joker like to get that laughing gas in you. He put something on this one dude, and they got him in the hospital, and they try to hold him down while he's just all, even Batman goes to try to question this guy, and the guy's trying to keep his composure because he's scared of Batman, but he's like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know, Batman. I'm like, oh my God. This, of course, leads to a big Batman, Joker, Phantasm fight to the finish. We also get Phantasm unmasked. Can you guess who it is? Ooh. Now, if you are a sharp detective, you will probably figure out pretty early on who the Phantasm is and how this story is all connected. But it is still very fun to watch. Do you bleed? They bleed in this movie. Batman bleeds. Joker bleeds. Joker loses a tooth. There's this great fighting scene between Batman and the Joker where they're on like a model city of Gotham of the future. So it's giant Batman and giant Joker with these tiny buildings around them. And I'm like, go, go, Batman Ranger. Make a Batman Zord. Power up. Let's fight this Joker. Right. And at one point, there's a giant explosion. Joker looks like he's going to die. What'd he do? Just laughs it off. Love that Joker. And then I was about to be done with it when the credits came up, and then all of a sudden I heard a saxophone. I was like, what is going on? Random thing. Tia Carrere, y'all know Tia Carrere from like the Wayne's World movies and all that. Tia Carrere just starts singing a song in the credits. I never even told you, I thought you knew. Like, I like this song, but it is a straight up quintessential, perfect example of like a 90s adult contemporary R&B-ish song with saxophone coming into it. I'm like, man, this is the freaking icing on the nostalgia cake right here. I never even told you, I thought you knew. Because of the quality that they saw in this movie, they did decide to put it out in theaters in December of 1993. But because they decided that last minute, there wasn't a lot of marketing for this movie. So unfortunately, not that many people went out to see it in theaters. In 1994, they put the movie out on Laserdisc and then VHS. Who feels old right now? Ironically, the movie gained popularity after it was released on the place that they were originally going to release it, home video. This is how insane this movie got in popularity after it came out on home video. Siskel and Ebert, they did a segment on their show reviewing the movie long after it had been in theaters and saying that they loved it so much that they apologized in the show for not going to see it and reviewing it when it came out initially in December of '93 in theaters. They were like, we are sorry we didn't go see this movie. We are movie critics and we didn't do our job. I was like, dang, you know a movie is good when you got Siskel and Ebert going, man, we should have told y'all back then, we sorry. I really like what Roger Ebert says in this whole segment. He talks about how this should be proof for adults that animation is not just for kids. When it comes to storytelling, when it comes to style, when it comes to characters and motivation, that the animated movies can bring it just as much, if not more, than the live action movies can. That's good talk right there. This movie is just so good. I loved watching it from beginning to end. I wish I would have watched the movie more younger, but I'm glad I watched it again now. Thank you, HBO Max, for having it. Because watching it now, I'm not even looking at it like, oh, it's a bigger version of the animated series. I'm like, no, this is just a good standalone Batman movie. Definitely engaging, definitely entertaining. And then when you add that Joker into it, it gets even crazier. We got more movies based on other DC animated series. And then eventually we just got DC animated movies in general. They started a whole DC animated movie line. So thanks for that. And there's a lot of DC animated movies on HBO Max. I've seen a couple of them before, like Justice League The New Frontier, Justice League The Flashpoint Paradox, the Wonder Woman animated movie, but there's a lot more on HBO Max. So if you have any recommendations of DC animated movies that I should watch that you think are really good, or if you think there's like a good timeline order that you should watch them, please let me know, because I would love the suggestions. I definitely want to watch more of these animated DC movies. This is why I like partnering with HBO Max, because it's just so cool to go back through memory lane and check out some of these movies, some of which I remember very well, and some of which it's nice to watch again after seeing it for so long, because it's almost like watching it again for the first time. If it's got to do with DC, then HBO Max is obviously the place where you can see it. You get your DC movies, you get original series, you get classic TV throwbacks, Catwoman. It is just the place to be for DC, HBO Max. They have two plans going on. You can get a cheaper plan with ads, or you can get the ad-free plan. Also gives you those same day theatrical releases. So upcoming movies like Dune or The Matrix Resurrection, same day in theaters and on HBO Max. There's a link in the description if you want to check out HBO Max for yourself and start your own DC stream, both nostalgic and new. And thank you all for supporting this video, watching me revisit another classic from back in the day. I love you like a play cousin. I'm Audi 5000.